This E3 2015 coverage is brought to you by Senshudo TV, Hapog, Cinch Gaming, and Gamer Salute.
So we're here also talking about World of Tanks at the Wargaming booth as well. Now obviously it's had more than its fair share of success. Well, no, it's definitely fair. It's an awesome game, but already had a lot of success from previously being released on like 360, for example. But now we're looking to move over to the Xbox One and giving it a fresh lick of paint. So what changes have you made to the game to kind of update it a little bit?
Well, one of the advantages we're taking moving from World of Tanks 360 to World of Tanks on Xbox One is that we want to include all the social aspects of the console. So we're going to be able to allow players to post their videos on Twitch. So they will be able to share all their replays and all their epic adventures with their teammates. We are also going to allow players to post Facebook images, so taking advantage of the social aspect of it, Facebook, Twitter, so they can share their scores. Another thing is we're also going to include global ranking, so players will be able to share, their scores and see exactly where they're at in game. We're going to make sure that our players are happy. So with the ability for them to play against each other cross-platform, that's another big step for us at Wargaming, because our community is very important, and we're going to continue to cater to our 360 players and continue to support them, bringing them new content into Xbox One.
And one of the interesting things that we were talking about a little earlier on is if you were previously a 360 player, you're going to be able to sort of carry on your experience across. So what will be brought over if they were to pick up the Xbox One version?
All of their accounts. I mean, really, if they had the experience, the silver, and any other things that they had, customizable items, consumables, their tanks, they're all going to be carried over to the One. Why? Because they work really hard for their accounts. So definitely we don't want to take that away from them. And I think it's going to be fantastic, because if they go from 360 to the Xbox One, and if they feel like they want to go back to Xbox 360, they can do so. Their account is there, and they can just go switch between consoles if they want to.
Wonderful. So nice sort of fluid backwards and forwards. Okay. And on top of that as well, I believe you've got crossplay as well between the 360 and Xbox One. So has that provided any sort of technical issues or any trouble trying to get that to work well, or do you think it's just going to be a nice straightforward process?
It's going to be a nice straightforward process, but there were challenges, I'm not going to lie. But I think we learned so much about exactly what our players want to do with cross-platforming. We have a partnership with Vivox, so they will be able to also cross-chat between consoles too. So it's not just the gaming, but also the social aspect of communicating with each other and playing with each other when they work in team training or in platoons. We want to make sure the players enjoy the game style of World Tanks on Xbox One. So we're definitely offering them everything they want to make sure they have a good time.
Wonderful. And now that you've got this new release coming for the Xbox One, are you looking to do anything further in the future with World of Tanks? What sort of plans have you got past update?
Oh, lots of plans. So one thing that I could say is we're going to continue to add special Xbox content. As you may know, we have weather and day variant maps, and we're going to continue to add those. We're going to continue to increase the tank lines. We're going to continue to increase emblems and camos. So we're going to continue to provide a lot of stuff for our players. We want to continue, because that is exactly what we're going to do. We're not giving up. We're going to move forward, and we're going to carry on our players into the future.
Wonderful. So it's not just throwing it out there onto another console.
Absolutely not.
Support.
No. Our players are our number one priority.
Wonderful. That's always great to hear. And finally, when can we expect to see World of Tanks breaking onto the Xbox One?
July 28th. We're going to be able to let our players install the game July 10th, so they can go ahead and pre-install it. That's actually a first on any console too, the ability to pre-install and then play it. And we're going to have open beta on the 11th and 12th, so do stay tuned. July 28th.
Yeah. So make sure you've got yourself pre-installed so you don't miss out on the beta weekend. And I see Stu behind the camera. He's almost grinning with girlish glee, because I know he'll be downloading that on the 10th. But other than that, thank you for your time. Very much appreciate it.